Hi everyone. Okay, so let's talk about CYFD. They took my kids on August 19th of last year, 2023, after I went to Social Security's office and turned in the paperwork to try to get the girls' benefits back completely, the full amount. After the employee that works there told me that the case was fraudulent and it needed a court seal. So I asked my attorney to resubmit it back to the judge and give me the court seal to prove the case was closed. She told me to tell Social Security to look it up. The lady at Social Security said, "We don't do that. You need to bring the paperwork that we're asking for, and we'll put it in our system." They refused to do that. My attorney refused to do that. I believe my attorney asked CYFD to reopen up another case against me, because the case that they opened up against me has a court seal. The court seal that the previous case does not have. And they used homelessness to take my kids from me. There is no proof that homelessness is a crime, and it should not be a crime. I have not seen my kids for 7 months now. I don't know where they are. I don't know who they're living with. I don't know if they're eating. I don't know if they have a bed to sleep in. I don't know what school they're going to. I don't even know if they're going to school. I don't know if they're going to therapy. I don't know nothing about my kids. And this caseworker, Casey Tharp, wants me to meet with her, but she will not answer none of my questions. But she wants me to answer her questions. She will not answer what her date of birth is and denies the date of birth that I have for her, when it is on the Social Security records for my children. I don't want to meet with this lady because every caseworker I've met with has turned against me and has found problems with me, with my boyfriend, with my kids, with us being a family. And they take it straight to the judge. If you can even call her a judge. I don't call her a judge. I don't think she's a judge. I don't think none of them are judges, because they don't believe in the Constitution. They make up their own laws. They make up their own statutes, their own codes, their own ordinances or orders. That's not what America's about. My daughter Esmeralda was forced to lie about me and my boyfriend. She knows it. And I'm sure she's regretting it right now, because she can't hug her mom. She can't tell her how much she misses her. She can't tell her how much she loves her. She can't tell her how sorry she is for lying about me. She can't tell me how much she wants to come home, because she's living with strangers that are telling her everything that they can think of to say about me, to say about David, to say about us and who we are, who they think we are. Similar to what Donna Payne and Frank Payne did. And everyone else who's been involved in our lives with CYFD. That doesn't seem to end. It's been 10 years now. Judge Ward, close my case. Close my case. Do your job and close my case. Because you're going to have to face God. And there will be consequences that you don't even see coming. Because eventually, people in New Mexico that work in New Mexico, that work for the state and work for the government, are going to want to close down your racketeering enterprise. You know that's what it is. Because you wanted more than $10,000 for a guardianship for Holly, for a guardianship for Esmeralda. And CYFD wouldn't give it to you. And you said that wasn't enough. So, all you care about is money. That's why you keep on lying to parents, telling them that they lost their rights, that they can't see their kids, they can't do this with their kids, they can't do that with their kids. But these caseworkers, counselors, therapists, nurses, doctors, whatever you want to call them, they can live however they want. Their homes are perfectly fine, even though we know they're not. They can be as drunk as they want in the club or in the bar, and it wouldn't matter to you. Because they work for the government or the state or the hospital or one of your racketeering enterprise businesses. I'm still a United States citizen that has rights. And I do have the rights to have my children, to raise my children without CYFD and your court, your fake court, your kangaroo court, interfering in my life. It has been 10 years. Let it go. Quit. You know that you don't have my children's best interests at heart whatsoever, because they wouldn't be homeless. You wouldn't have allowed Joy Junction to steal my journal so that you could have it. So you could go through my journal and see what I wrote, to see what you can use. You can use whatever you want. I'll write I can write anything I want to write. Doesn't mean I'm a bad person, or that I shouldn't have my kids, that I shouldn't be allowed to raise my kids. My kids have the right to come home. They have the right to be protected by their mother. I have the right to have a boyfriend, whether you like him or not, whether CYFD likes him or not, whether all of your attorneys like him or not. And to the people that reported me, falsely accusing me and David of things that you know we did not do, CYFD should have closed those cases, those accusations. But they chose not to, especially recognizing that these kids had just left foster care. if in fact that case was closed, which Social Security confirmed it was not. And Social Security decreased the girls' benefits so that CYFD would not get a huge amount of the girls' benefits, because they know it's a racketeering enterprise. So they should be reporting it to the IRS and the FBI, and the FBI and the IRS should be doing something about this. These kids don't have stability because of this system. They have issues with their behaviors, their mental health, their education, because of this system that claims to care so much for kids. You don't care at all for none of these kids, whether it's my kids or any of these kids out here. Close the case, return my kids.